In this video, we learn how to zoom in on images. To get started, we are going to create a div with the class of container. And inside of this container, we'll use the image tag to create an image, and we are going to reference our image.jpg. So I basically downloaded an image and I put this image inside of my folder. And now we can start to style our image inside of our styles.css file. First of all, we use the container class to target our container, and just for reference, our image is inside of this container. So once we decide to change the width or the height of our div, it is also going to affect our image. So let's start to use a width of 400 pixels, for example, and now we are going to target our image as well, and we'll say our image has a width of 100%, so it's going to take those 400 pixels. Next up, we're going to use a border radius of 15 pixels for our image, and we want to use an object fit of cover in our case. And now once we hover over the image, we want our image to basically zoom in, and we are going to do so by using image:hover to define a hover state. And now we're going to use the transform scale property and scale our image to 1.5. And now once we hover, you can see that our image is basically growing. But we don't want our image to grow. In order to do so, we will give our container an overflow of hidden. Because our image is inside of our container, our image takes up 100% of the width of our container. And once it scales over those 400 pixels, the overflow is going to be hidden. And as you can see, we are now scaling in, but we are right now not having any form of transition. So we'll add a transition property of all is 0.5 seconds. And as you can see, now we basically have this transition. Obviously, it would also make sense to use this border radius and place it right here. And now we have the border radius in our hover and in our normal state. We could also say that we want to have a cursor of a pointer, for example, once we hover, and now this is the finished result. And now let's center our image by using margin of auto to center our container, and now we have this as the final result.